Please remember, while Fuller House is a family show, the Fullest House podcast is not. Therefore, listener discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to the Fullest House podcast, where every time a bell rings, an angel gets a sandwich. I'm Harrison Bloom.
I'm Zach Horowitz.
And I'm Mark Greene.
Guys, it's official. It is the end of an era.
Yes.
We're entering unmarked territory. This is the last episode that we originally watched.
We have caught up with our original watch through.
Yes, this is big. This is a big moment for both of us. Starting next week, it's uncharted territory. We're going in blind.
We don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the unknown. How are we going to handle
Guys,
it?
Fernando could die.
No.
Oh no!
He left and went to Monte Carlo. Maybe they kill him off screen in between episodes.
They wouldn't do that to Fernando.
And then Timmy flies a dragon into King's Landing and burns it down. Into Monte Carlo and burns it down.
Oh my god.
But it's just because she's a woman, you know. You know them.
Yeah.
Always murdering people with dragons.
You know women.
Yeah.
If I know two things about women, it's that they always be shopping and they always be murdering kingdoms with dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, if I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it's happened more than once.
Exactly.
So, anyway, this is Ready Player Fuller.
Guys.
Epic Gamer episode.
Guys, did you know the IMDb trivia for this episode? There's only one. Did you know the title of this episode is in reference to movie Ready Player One? Not the movie. It's a reference to movie Ready Player One.
It is? No, I didn't catch that.
I had no idea.
I know. It's really subtle.
You're thinking like 20 to 30 years is going to be a movie which is just another blockbuster about different franchises all crossing over, and Ready Player One characters are going to be there, and then the universe will collapse in on itself.
It just gets too meta for your own good.
Yeah.
I need the Gunters in a big property. The Egg Hunters.
Oh yeah. The Gunters.
The Gunters.
That was it, right? That was...
Yeah, it is Gunters.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been so long.
Gunters.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been
See,
so long
guys,
since I've seen that movie.
Remember Ready Player One? Remember the Iron Giant?
Remember Full House?
Yeah.
Remember Friday the 13th? Remember
I do.
Remember Star Wars?
Oh, Star Wars is the best.
Star Wars.
I see things I like.
Oh, yes, Star Wars.
Okay, now that we've made fun of women and Ready Player One, really we were making fun of Game of Thrones. Our podcast supports women. That was all sarcastic.
Yeah.
We support women. I mean, I've talked to women before, and like I've supported them.
But now that we've made fun of women in Ready Player One, we should probably start talking about the episode.
Yeah. So
my first note is Fernando is here for his goodbye kisses.
Yes.
It's so sad. Fernando leaves.
Fernando is leaving for Monte Carlo, but that's for a good reason. He's being inducted into the Professional Racing Hall of Fame, presumably for killing all of the other candidates.
It's a record. He's killed the most people, more than any other race car driver. And you're right. No one else is alive to be honored.
So I guess we'll give it to Fernando.
Do we cancel the awards this year, or do we give it to Fernando? I guess we give it to Fernando. It'd be too much to cancel the award. Would be too much for our fans on top of all the other tragedy.
The reason he retired is not because he's just had it. It's because he's killed all of his competitors and he can't keep up with their replacements. They're young, fresh blood who know his tactics. They can't.
I thought you were going to say he's killed all the other competitors, so there are just no racers anymore.
It's just a race, but there's only one car on the track, and Fernando still somehow finds a way to crash.
Yeah. Well, I think you can crash with one car on the track.
Well, you can.
Racing is a dangerous sport, so yeah, it is theoretically possible.
It's honestly astounding Fernando has survived this long.
with no notable injuries.
I do also just want to let you guys know that I think pretty much any time Fernando enters a scene in an episode, because he always just enters a scene that's already happening, I write in my notes, Fernando is here. And this time he arrives and his first line is, "I'm here for my goodbye kisses." So as I was writing Fernando is here, I just modified it to Fernando is here for his goodbye kisses.
Yep. That's what he's there for.
Yep.
Because he's, going on a plane to Monte Carlo and he's leaving and needs to say goodbye to Kimmy. And Steph, who is also there, is like, okay, bye, Fernando. You should probably go to the airport. And he's like, oh, no, the flight's not for another 9 hours. Which, like, why?
Why is he saying goodbye
Why
now?
did you need your goodbye kisses now?
Does he need to go to the airport 9 hours ahead of time?
Look, okay, I will give this. Here's my theory. Because Fernando is very known for causing trouble with vehicles.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing TSA is just a nightmare for Fernando.
That does make sense.
He's probably on like a watch list. It's like, oh, there he is again.
Here's the other thing that
like
occurs.
A thorough search.
Yeah. It does take him 9 hours to go through TSA. Not because he has anything on him, but just because they have to give him a whole seminar of like what you should and shouldn't do on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes.
It occurs to me we've seen Fernando on a plane before. When they went to Japan, we've seen Fernando on a plane. He dresses.
That's true.
He dresses up like a
first class.
He dresses up like a fancy man
to get into first class because he's notoriously cheap.
So maybe he has to go and like buy a new suit.
Maybe.
Ooh, yeah. He needs a new suit every single time.
Yeah. But again, like TSA is a problem not because he's like taking bombs with him, but because they just have to give him a whole seminar of like, okay, when the seatbelt light is on, what do we do with our seatbelts? We throw them in the air. No, Fernando. We fasten our seatbelts and sit down.
Oh my god.
I do also want to point out, and like this, we are spending so much time on this, but I do also want to point out, like, I 100% think that Fernando would drive Kimmy to the airport, and it's telling that Kimmy is not driving Fernando to the airport, even though it's not like she has anything else that she's doing.
Yeah. She isn't really doing anything this episode.
Yeah.
She's just chilling. She's just chilling.
I just think it's unfair, and
yeah, you should put an effort into the relationship.
Anyway, more news. DJ's son got into AP history.
Oh, good for Tommy.
How?
Not Tommy, Zach. It's the obvious one.
They don't teach babies AP history anymore?
Well, they do teach babies AP history, but Tommy did not get in because he's a bad baby.
He's a bad baby.
Yeah, he flunked the entrance exam.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Of course it's Max.
Well,
That's the big twist.
Zach, you don't understand.
What?
It's J Money.
No, J Money can't be
history.
in AP history. He's J Money.
But they make that joke.
I remember when we were watching. They make that joke we have in the episode, but I remember when we were watching, we immediately said, okay, something's up with this. Either like they sent it to the wrong person or he cheated on the exam. There's no way he got into AP history.
Yeah, we fully didn't believe it. They do make the, oh, Max, congrats. And she's like, no, J Money joke.
But no, apparently he studied hard and he got into the class.
Which, like, good for him. In like a year, he went from summer school to getting into AP history.
Yeah.
He's changed. He's grown. Yeah.
He's grown. He has a girlfriend now.
Yeah.
To be fair, he used to have a girlfriend, but now she's a more interesting character.
Now he has he used to have a girlfriend, but now he has a goth girlfriend.
It's true.
He has a girlfriend who actually wants to kiss him.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big distinction.
A girlfriend who wants to kiss him, but also will punch him.
But anyway, DJ wants to tell him the good news, but she can't get his attention because he's too busy playing a video game.
J Money comes in and he's like, all right, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Rocket League on my Nintendo Switch. And then leaves.
I love that it isn't like a made-up video game. It really is just Rocket League.
He's
shown several times.
J Money just gets really into Rocket League this episode.
For this one episode.
They must have like had
unless we don't know that he doesn't keep playing Rocket League because we haven't seen the next episodes.
Are they just gonna have like a whole thing at the end where it's like at the end of like every 80s movie where it's like a montage and it shows like what everybody's been up to, and it's like J Money, and it's like J Money went on to be the most successful Rocket League player of all time.
He parlayed his Rocket League success into an unsuccessful bid for Congress.
Yeah.
Though he is now the governor of Montana.
He got so big off playing Rocket League and is now a huge Twitch streamer. He dumped Rocky for Pokimane.
No! For Pokimane.
I like, you try to heighten a joke. I like going from ran for Congress to dating Pokimane.
Yep.
It's good. It's good.
Hey, not Congress. Minnesota. Montana.
He ran for Congress, didn't get the seat as a congressman, so then he ran for governor of Montana, which he did get. That's what happened.
Okay. Got it.
Sorry, happens, obviously.
Yes. In the future.
Like the next
Governor
episode.
Of Montana.
But if he's not the governor of Montana by the end of the season, I am going to be furious.
Exactly. I love that it's Montana. Like he can't get the governorship anywhere else. It's Montana, so he moves to Montana.
They got nothing going on over there. Let's see if we can be governor of Montana.
They have like a speed limit of 80 miles per hour in Montana.
I don't want to make fun of Montana. I pulled it completely randomly.
I'm only saying things that people from Montana have told me themselves.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Harrison actually knows people from Montana.
Oh, look at Harrison.
Yeah, look at Harrison.
Knowing people from other states.
Look at you being all worldly
big
and
guy.
shit.
Big man. Yeah. Big man knows people from Montana.
Knowing people from Montana.
Try. Whoa, look at this guy.
What's
walking
next?
around.
What's next, Harrison? You know a guy from fucking Idaho? Huh?
I know people who have family in Idaho.
Fuck you, Harrison, you and your worldly Idaho shit.
So anyway, Fuller House.
Yes.
Fuller House, yeah. So DJ tries to tell J Money about AP history, but he ignores her for Rocket League.
Steph, important note, Steph offers to fake J Money's signature on the form. Because she said she has faked her dad's signature for years, and also she fakes DJ's signature at the bank and then DJ interrupts her, and I love it. I love it, Steph. Keep going
Steph
with your crimes.
Steph is a mess and has committed several crimes.
Steph is a mess. She's committed identity fraud.
Identity fraud.
Oh my god, she's just stealing money from DJ.
Yeah.
That's why she seems relatively okay with the baby.
So Steph is our mystery thief.
Dun dun dun.
But yeah, she said she's been for a while having DJ tells Stephanie and Kimmy that for a while she's been having trouble connecting with J Money because he's just been playing his video game.
He spends all his time playing this video game. Oh, kids these days and their video games.
Yep. Kids these days.
Kids be texting and kids be playing.
Kids be gaming.
Kids be gaming.
Kids be gaming.
So then, I forget if anything else happens.
Well, I think they suggest, maybe you should learn to play the video game so you can have that in common.
Play with your son.
Yeah. And then Jimmy comes in, right?
Because next DJ starts.
I can't play video game. I'm not good at video games.
Oh yeah, and then it immediately
cuts to her saying, "I am good at this video game."
Yes, DJ somehow becomes very good at Rocket League, and okay, I want to ask this to the crowd, to my fellow co-hosts here. Have either of you ever played Rocket League?
I have not.
Yeah, I played it.
Okay, Harrison.
I played it with you, I think.
Oh, okay, maybe we played it together.
Yeah, I don't own the game myself. But I played it with you.
Would you say you are good at Rocket League?
No.
Same.
It's not an easy game to play.
It's not. It's not an easy game to pick up and play.
Yeah.
Which is exactly my point here. How is DJ so good at Rocket League immediately?
Hey, there are prodigies in everything. You know, she sat down for a while. She picked it up. It made sense to her
in 2 seconds.
I don't know.
DJ is a Rocket League savant.
I mean, also, where did she have another Switch lying around? Did she
that's another thing.
Yeah.
She has another Switch lying around specifically to play Rocket League with her son.
Maybe she went out and bought one.
Yeah.
She's that committed.
They also have headphones and mics plugged into Switches, which by the way, you can't do. That's not a thing that the Switch does.
You can't?
No.
Huh. They have a headphone jack.
They have a headphone jack, but there's no, like, voice chat through the Switch.
Huh. Didn't know that.
That's not a thing.
Hey, everybody, tune in to Zach's Twitch streams for more of this excellent pro gamer content.
Yes.
Pro gamer Zach at Twitch.tv.
If you want some pro gamer content, go to twitch.tv/progamerzach. That's PR0 gamerzach because pro gamer Zach was taken.
This is fully not a joke. To be
This
clear,
is- no,
to be
this is
absolutely
fully
clear,
real.
Zach does stream on Twitch.
Yes. This is a fully real. This is a real thing. This is not a joke. As much as it sounds like a joke.
And he has the name, the tag,
Yes.
Pro Gamer Zach
Like
with a zero. and not a zero.
this podcast started off as a joke and has gone way too far. The name, not Twitch streaming.
Great. But yeah, DJ starts playing, and who should she encounter but another Rocket League player named J Money?
No, it's Carjack.
I know, but his actual name is J Money.
J Money. Okay, yeah.
That's
I was
fair.
about to say that wasn't his username. Guys, I watched the episode. Don't you fucking pretend that I don't know what's going on. I know he's fucking Carjack. It's a play on Jackson. Acting like I'm an idiot. I take the fucking notes.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't want to be disrespected on my own podcast.
I know that's a bit, but for I know that's a
what a
bit,
mo-
but for a second I thought he was genuinely angry at us.
I thought you were really angry at us.
I've
I'm
never
a better
seen
actor
you that
than you
angry.
guys give me credit for.
I don't think I've ever seen Mark that angry before. Like, I think that's the angriest I've ever seen you, and it wasn't even real.
No. Damn.
Yeah, no, his username is Carjack. It's very good because at one point he says it the same way we sometimes say J Money. He goes, Carjack.
Yeah.
J Money.
Oh, okay.
Jim Money.
That's right.
But yeah, they talk to each other, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Doom Buggy, how's it going?" And DJ's like, "Oh shit, it's my son. Hello, hey,
Yeah,
J Money, it's me, Doom Buggy."
Yeah,
She
J Money
she does
logs
like
on
a-
and he's like, "Hello, fellow kid and Rocket League player." And she's like, "Oh my god, it's my son. I mean, oh my god, it's my son."
This really is just DJ being like, "How do you do, fellow kids?"
Yep.
Yeah.
I am also a teen. Moms, am I right?
I am also a teen. Moms are super cool, and you should eat your vegetables.
DJ's pretty good in this episode.
Yeah.
I will say. We
Yeah,
don't
he
usually
is
like
good.
DJ so much.
I feel like the
pretty
past
good
two
in this
episodes, like even last episode too, DJ's just getting better as a character.
It took
Yeah, she's killing
It
it.
took
it took
5
them
seasons.
5 seasons.
It took them until the
I was
final
like-
season of the show, but we
It
actually,
took us 5 seasons for us to like DJs.
yeah,
God, I do want to apologize for yelling at you, even though it was in jest.
I know.
it's fine.
I know it wasn't just.
I know it
but
wasn't-
We were concerned for
yeah.
a moment.
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
scared.
like for a second we were just like, he's still going. He's not breaking.
Did we push too many of Mark's buttons on a bad day? Oh, God.
But anyway, as she's playing games with J Money and doing a very good fake voice, she sounds exactly like a teenager.
Yep.
Steve walks in and just watches her as she does this.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very good. Steve, this is your partner. This is the woman you have chosen to be with.
I was gonna say Steve doesn't have a lot to do this episode, but it also occurs to me that he makes probably the dumbest mistake ever.
Oh, yeah.
Later in the episode, yes.
Later in the episode.
But yeah,
I
he
will
walks
say,
in
I
and
really
it's
like
just like-
Steve in this scene. Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh,
great.
I love him in this scene. He's great.
Steve just
Yeah.
like walks in, looks at the woman that he ruined his previous marriage for.
Yep,
in Japan.
Oh man, I love playing this game with you, kid I've just met.
And they're about to log off, and J-Money's like, "Hey, by the way, I know I just met you and we haven't played like an actual full game of Rocket League yet, but you seem like you're good. Do you want to be my partner in this esports tournament?"
Yep.
And she's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, bro."
So J Money fully like doesn't know anybody else, right?
Yeah, J-Money fully does not have friends.
Mankowski doesn't play Rocket League, obviously.
The show likes to give
Rocky
the child
for
characters.
sure doesn't play Rocket League.
Yeah.
No, she definitely does not play Rocket League.
Ooh, wait, do we think
She definitely hangs out with him while he plays Rocket League one time.
Or Zach, are you about to say that Rocky does discreetly play Rocket League, but she she uses an alias because she doesn't want J Money weighing her down?
I don't think she discreet. I was gonna say I think she. I would say I feel like Rocky on the outside is like, oh, I don't play video games. They're not cool, but discreetly plays Animal Crossing and is like nobody can know.
Because I thought you were going to say that discreetly she's super into it, super competitive. She's like Kaiba. She's like Seto Kaiba.
She's like Kaiba.
No.
And she just pretends not to because she does not want J Money going, oh, we should team up because he's going to weigh her down. Because he's a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Now I just want to see a spin-off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Rocky is Kaiba. I would say J Money is Yugi, but I feel like J Money has to be Joey Wheeler.
Yes.
Yeah.
He definitely has to be Joey.
100%.
Max is Yugi.
Yes.
Max is Yugi, but he does turn into an older, deeper voiced version of Max.
Yeah.
Yes.
He goes from season 1 Max to season 5 Max.
You know what? Hot take? I think every character should do that. I think every character should be able to transform into a deeper voiced version of themselves.
Wait, Harrison, you asked who is Fernando? Fun. Fernando is obviously Maximilian Pegasus.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he obviously is. Yeah, that's definitely it.
Anyway, Steve razzes DJ a bit about how crazy she's being. And she says, look, it was just the one time, except it's not just the one time, because I promised I'd compete with him in this esports competition. And Doombuggy does not break promises. If we haven't mentioned it yet, her username is Doombuggy, which comes up a lot.
They mention it a lot.
Yeah.
And I know it's supposed to be a car, but it just made me want this episode to be about her killing aliens with a chainsaw in Doom. I just wanted her slaying demons from hell.
Well, it reminded me, the ride vehicle for the haunted mansion is called a Doom Buggy. So I just wanted her to be going through a house of kooky ghosts.
That would be fun too. Yeah.
That would be a fun episode. We don't know. We still have the rest of the season and we don't know what's going on. These could theoretically still happen.
Guys, fingers crossed, ghosts.
Ooh, ghosts. Listen, we did have a ghost episode earlier.
We have a haunted house in the show.
I want them to come back and become fun characters.
That'd be cool.
I want to make friends with
ghost
the ghosts.
Characters.
Yeah, our fun ghost friends.
Our fun ghost friends, yep.
Anyway, next scene, back to the kitchen. Jimmy walks in, shouts unacceptable into his phone, and power walks across the room.
Again, I feel like, I know we've mentioned this earlier, this feels like it should be an extension of the opening scene.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, which is why I thought it happened earlier, because I was like, oh yeah, that's very clearly the natural progression, but we have this whole thing in between. Anyways, going on. Yep. Jimmy's on the phone with his supplier, who is a 10-year-old little girl.
Well, no, the butcher is her grandfather. She just, for some reason, runs the entire business side of the operation.
Yeah.
She's a very smart 10-year-old.
His supplier is her grandfather, but Jimmy deals exclusively with this 10-year-old girl.
Yes. She drives a hard bargain.
Yeah, he's livid that they're not going to get their provolone on time.
As you would be. God damn it.
Anyway, Ramona and Max walk
in. Yeah.
They are apparently working for Jimmy. That was the other thing that I thought of. It's like, J Money cannot find anyone to play Rocket League with him. He can't even be like, Ramona, why don't you play with me? Because Ramona's like, oh, I'm already part of this other plot. I'm already working at the sandwich shop.
That's true.
Which begs the question, why do you think J Money is the only member of the family who doesn't work at the sandwich shop? Do you think it's because they don't trust him?
He's too busy playing Rocket League.
Oh no! Here's my
thought
theory.
Is he would cut himself on the deli meat.
Yeah, here's my theory. Yeah. J Money had probably some sort of really terrible accident, and no one in the family trusts him around sandwiches anymore. So in order to cope, he just got really into Rocket League.
He probably did do something to the sandwiches, though my first thought, like Harrison, was, ooh, deli slicer.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I would not trust
J Money's in that
with
room, someone's gonna lose a finger.
Don't trust J Money near sharp objects.
Do you think he both like had an accident with a sharp object and also like sneezed all over the sandwiches?
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, so Ramona and Max come in and they say, "Hey Jimmy, we know you're on the phone right now, but we gotta tell you something." So Jimmy hangs up. He's like, "What is this?" Because Lily is very elusive. All right, I was lucky to get her on the phone during nap time, and they say, "Hey, so we've been putting posters around the city like you told us to, but we just noticed after putting up all the posters that the reopening date is a week early. It's tomorrow, not next Saturday."
We got the date wrong. It's not a week from now. It's tomorrow.
Well, it's also Fernando was in charge of the posters, and Fernando printed the date wrong.
It's very
and
good.
I'm only mentioning this because Jimmy's immediate response was, "Oh no, Fernando must have gotten the date wrong." Ugh, that's so Fernando.
Well, it's very good because he grabs one of the flyers and he reads it and says, "Fernando must have gotten the date wrong." And then he went off to Monte Carlo. That is so Fernando.
I love that he also has a delayed panic attack. Like, Steph is like, "Well, isn't this like stressing you out a bit?" And he's like, "Well, now it is."
Yeah, it didn't hit me for a second, but yes, it's stressing me out quite a bit.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, well, we'll just change the date and like cancel the reopening or whatever." And then Ramona has probably one of my favorite lines in the episode, which is, "But Grandpa put the wrong date on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and something called AOL."
But and something called AOL, because old people.
Guys, kids be texting. And also kids be playing video games.
Yep.
Speaking of, next scene, J Money and his good pal Doombuggy, who is also definitely a 17-year-old boy, are playing Rocket League. And
Heck yeah.
And J Money starts to open up to Doombuggy. I really wanted J Money at one point to be like, "Hey Doombuggy, what's up with your voice?" Because like, even though DJ is lowering her voice, she doesn't like sound like a teenager.
Yeah, she sounds like a person doing a low voice.
Yeah, she sounds like this.
She doesn't sound like that. She sounds like someone, like a regular 16-year-old boy got punched in the throat. Like, it's like this, bro. Yeah. Eat your vegetables. Whoa. Like,
my mom's like the coolest person I know.
It's like weirdly raspy.
I mean, yeah. J Money, like, Carjack, you gotta like talk to your mom, bro, cause like my mom's like the coolest person that I know. So like,
bro, my mom is
cool.
my best friend, and maybe your mom should be yours.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point where J Money's like, random stranger that I met on the internet, and I don't know who you are. I feel comfortable enough to tell you my insecurities. So I'm in this like AP World History class, but I don't want to disappoint my mom because I'm such a disappointment.
I know. It's so funny because he does it. He goes like, "Oh, thanks for this game, Doombuggy. I've been really stressed out recently." And then DJ's like, "Really? Tell me more." And he's like, "Well, since you asked."
Since you asked, random stranger on the internet.
Random stranger. I got into this AP history class, but I'm afraid to actually take it because what if I do poorly and disappoint my mother? Anyway, goodbye.
I love that he directly addresses that it's Max that has caused his insecurities because he's so good at everything.
Yeah.
He does say, I mean, my brother is perfect.
I was half expecting him to be like, "And I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint my mom because I'm such a disappointment."
Yeah.
But
I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint my mom because I suck at everything.
But I feel like this is like the first time we see anything about like J Money is jealous of Max because he's perfect at everything. And it's like, that's the kind of a big psychological character thing. And it's just not really brought up ever.
It is a big thing, and they're actually delving into character in this episode. It's not bad. Although it is funny how readily he's like, "I know I've known you for 2 days, Doombuggy, but I trust you more than anyone in my life." But DJ's getting what she wanted. He's opening up to her, even though he doesn't know it's her. It's a big thing to drop in, but it's pretty in keeping with like everything we've seen thus far.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they acknowledge that part of it. It's neat. It's a little deeper than just I don't want to disappoint my mom, which is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was neat.
It was neat.
But anyway, Doombuggy wants to keep talking, but J Money has some news. They got into the finals.
They got into the esports tournament. Oh,
They got into the sports tournament.
And J Money's like, I got into the tournament. This is so cool. I've been trying to get into this for years. And you know what the best part is? I finally get to meet my new internet friend, Doombuggy, in person.
Oh my God.
And DJ's like,
isn't that cool, Mom?
And DJ's like, yes, so cool. Happy for you. I have to go buy a disguise. What? Not that.
Hey, your friend Doombuggy, is he like an Orthodox Jew?
Is he like an Orthodox Jew? Does he wear a big hat and a beard that, say, a woman can wear and pretend to be an Orthodox Jew?
Is that just gonna? I love how this has just become our new like running joke of like whenever we need a disguise, Orthodox Jew.
Well, it's fully from that one episode of Drake and Josh where they put on disguises to follow Megan on a date, and for some reason they dress up like Orthodox Jews.
That's just the first thing they could think of.
Well, no. I remember what it was.
What was it?
The costume shop was closed. The synagogue was open.
Oh, right.
They had fake beards.
Why aren't we watching Drake and Josh instead of Fuller House?
Well, we talked about it at some point, but then the news came out. And that was sad.
It's true.
Yeah. We have watched some episodes like for fun, but maybe not a podcast worthy topic right now.
Good show. Good
show.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions on what show we should cover next, because this is something we've been thinking about once we finish Fuller House, let us know. Twitter and Instagram at Fullest House Pod.
I know you're probably going to say Full House, but that is like 9 seasons long. So
Yeah,
we're going to have to break it up with other
Yeah,
stuff.
we're trying to figure out maybe a different direction. But yeah, for real, let us know because we're still deciding.
Yep.
But anyway, we go to Uncle Monty's, and guys, the line is around the block.
I know. It's just so great that they definitely love Uncle Monty's, and there's no other reason.
It's because people love Uncle Monty's and no other secondary reason.
Well, first off, Stephanie and Kimmy have gotten a banner for them. The banner store was closed.
Well, Fernando ordered a banner.
Fernando
but it won't come
ordered
until the actual reopening, so they had to.
That's
make
true.
A new
That's
one.
what it was. I was going to say the banner store was closed. The synagogue was open.
Oh, yep. I'm sorry for ruining the
but
joke.
But no one's going to say that joke now.
I'm sorry.
Nope. You don't get
I
it.
ruined everything. God damn it.
But Zach is right. That is what actually happens. Their banner won't be ready. But luckily, DJ is a crazy person. And she has a closet just for banners.
She has a closet just for banners. Meanwhile, half of Steph's,
I think they say it's a temp.
Wait, it's like temperature.
I think they say it's a temperature-controlled closet for banners.
And meanwhile, half of Steph's wardrobe is on the floor because DJ needs her banner closet.
It's very good. It's very good. Steph says that. She says, half of my stuff's on the floor, but, God forbid, she doesn't have her banners.
But yeah, so they bring out a banner that says grand reopening, and then they stretch it out the rest of the way, and it says Harmon Fuller Pet Care, and they're like, oh no, what are we going to do? This isn't Harmon Fuller Pet Care, this is Uncle Monty's. And then on cue, Ramona takes out a cleaver and just slices it through the middle.
Yep.
Love that, Ramona.
Ramona has entered a bloodthirsty rage. Because immediately she's like, all right, do I have anything else to chop? Because I want to chop some things.
Yeah, well, she says, I'm in the zone.
She's had a lot of practice entering the zone when chasing Pop Go.
Ramona is taking after her father in that she's about to commit a series of murders.
Yes. Hey. In Fernando's case, it was manslaughter.
Ooh, true. Yeah, that's fair.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Manslaughter versus, whatever Ramon is doing.
Do you think Fernando's gonna come home and he's like, I'm so disappointed in you. Why couldn't you commit manslaughter like me? And she's like, I'm not you, Dad. I have my own dreams.
I'll never be like you, Dad.
I have my own dreams. I want to murder people. With a cleaver.
I want to shoot higher.
Now I want like a dramatic series just about a family of serial killers.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you kill like your father?
Well, maybe I don't want to kill people. Maybe I want to dance.
Yes.
Isn't this just the Addams Family Part 2? Like,
we are starting to get
Wednesday
Addams
grows
Family
up
vibes.
Yep.
Wednesday grows up and she wants to murder, not manslaughter.
Yeah. DJ comes in and she goes up to Kimmy and Stephanie and she's like, look, this is going to sound insane, and she explains the whole thing about pretending to be a teenager to bond with J Money, and now there's a whole competition that she has to go to in person. And Kimmy says, what's the insane part? Because this shit is right up Kimmy's alley.
Yeah.
You literally said that as they were having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be normal for Kimmy, and she just says,
Yeah.
And to her credit, Kimmy's immediately like, look, you need to go to the competition. I have disguises in my car. I can go get them. She
specifically says, I love this touch. She says, I have a fake mustache and a suit, and I also have a costume for you.
Well, it's a fake mustache and a 10-gallon hat, and I also have a costume
10-gallon hat, that's
for
what
you.
it was.
Which, if you had a fake mustache...
Ooh, I want to see Kimmy as a cowboy.
I want to see Kimmy as a cowboy. You know what I really want to see Kimmy as?
Cowboy.
You know what I really want to see Kimmy as, though?
Orthodox Jew?
Orthodox Jew.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we've already done... Fernando is part Jewish.
Yeah,
so,
but guys, cooler heads prevail, and Steph says, no, you have to tell him the truth.
Like a normal person.
And DJ's like, yeah. And, this was the line that I really liked. DJ says, like, why must I be so kind and wise?
I was also going to say, it's really weird.
That was really good.
I was also going to say, it's also really weird when Steph is the voice of reason for something.
Yeah.
Because Steph is a mess.
Steph is a mess. But not in this moment, I guess. Having a baby really mellowed her out. She might still commit fraud to embezzle money from DJ. But you know what? She has a cooler head about her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, DJ saying, like, why must I be so wise is maybe my favorite DJ line in the entire show.
It's great, yeah.
Yep.
Why must I be so kind? Why am I cursed?
Yep. But anyway,
with this nobility.
Why am I cursed with my niceness?
But now they realize the big reason why everybody's here, because Steve shows up, and turns out he forgot that he made a Groupon, and all the sandwiches have their 1972 prices when the store first opened. Isn't that cute?
That is a terrible idea in every way.
It's terrible.
I cannot believe Steve invested in this and has a business of his own. And he came up with an idea that bad.
These guys are bad at business.
Here's my thing, even more so than that. The fact that Steve is like, oh, I forgot. You know the opening's in a week, right? It's in a week, and this is pretty big.
It was originally in a week. It is now today.
Yeah, no, I know it's now today, but I was like, even if it was a week, that's a pretty big thing about your grand opening to forget.
Yeah. Also, maybe bring that up with the owners of the store first before you do that. Because Jimmy didn't know.
Yeah, Jimmy didn't know, I guess. So nobody knew.
And he does the mental math in his head where he says,
it's like, all right,
so that means a sandwich that normally costs $12 would be 82 cents. We're fucked.
Yep.
Everybody is bad at business.
Just besides, it's bad for business. But aside from that, how do you forget that you're selling a $12 sandwich for 82 cents? How do you forget these things?
Yeah.
You didn't want to write that down, Steve?
To Jimmy's credit, he does have the most badass moment where he says, oh no, what are we gonna do? And he slumps down and then immediately perks up to open the doors.
I was like, all right, let's do it.
He's ready. He's ready to do this.
He's just entering Uncle Monty's mode.
Yeah.
But yes, then we cut to the gaming tournament, and the game's about to start. But guys, Doombuggy's nowhere to be found.
Where is our good friend
Doombuggy be?
Well, she is here because Doombuggy knows the importance of being punctual.
Yes, DJ comes with J Money and he's like, oh hi mom, I'm waiting for my new friend Doombuggy. He's running late, which is really weird because he always tells me to eat my vegetables and be punctual.
Yep. I'd really love it if he was like, he's running late, which is so Doombuggy. Mom, if you had met Doombuggy, you would get it.
Yeah.
But DJ admits that she's Doombuggy. And I think after a moment where Jackson laughs, J Money laughs.
Yeah.
He gets very upset because he's like, you lied to me and you violated my privacy. I would not have shared those things. Those weren't things that I wanted to share with my mom. They're things that maybe he should have shared with his mom, but also I really like that it's not just a you lied to me thing, that he's like, you fully violated my privacy. I didn't know I was telling you those things.
Yeah. It's not a good thing to do, and she doesn't try to say that, oh, it's just because I care about you. She just admits she fucked up.
That's what this show usually does. It's like, oh no, I only did bad things because I care about you. Well, I guess you should continue to do bad things in the future. And then like a rainbow forms above everybody.
Yay.
We're good people.
Yeah. But instead, DJ is angry and confronts her. He does have a line where he says, look, I think they sort of talk about it a little bit. And he says that he thinks sometimes not trying is easier than disappointing her. And the audience goes, "Aw." And I get that there's a sweet sentiment behind that line, but to me that line was more sad than cute.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's like, look, sometimes I don't try because I'm just worried I'm going to fail. Aw, how adorable.
Yeah, you're right.
It's adorable how pathetic he is. Yeah, it shouldn't have been like an aw. It should have been like an aw, like downward inflection as opposed to upward.
Aw.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's very good because DJ says, okay, I'll leave. And she starts to leave. And then Jackson. Sorry, I keep saying Jackson. I don't know who Jackson is.
Who is this Jackson?
Sorry. Then J Money says he thinks it over for a second, considers it, and then goes, hey, where are you going? Doombuggy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So they kick butt.
Yep. So DJ turns around to kick butt at the gaming competition. Anyway, back to the sandwich shop.
Where everything is falling apart.
Yep. Jimmy's talking to Steph and he's saying like, ugh, he's feeling like a failure. And we pointed out, I want to read my note. Everybody fucked up except Jimmy.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Yeah, I pointed this out during the episode. He's like, oh, I feel like such a failure. I'm like, Jimmy, everyone fucked up except you.
You're doing really well given the circumstances.
Yeah. Jimmy is somehow the best businessman in the cast.
Yeah. Ooh, we got a business himbo.
Business himbo.
Business himbo. Get him a little suit.
Get him a little suit and tie that's like a size too small.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
A size too small.
Well, get him one that like it's tailored tight, but like the arms are ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a sleeveless tux.
Yep. Sleeveless tux.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeveless tux.
Sleeveless tux. But yeah, they're everybody's using the Groupon. They're running out of ingredients. They don't have anything anymore.
Yeah, they're out of the everything, including bread, which is kind of important in a sandwich.
Well, they did say they're out of toast, which may, as Tyler pointed out, maybe the toaster was broken.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But they also do bring in bread later.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true. But so Jimmy is unwilling to skimp on ingredients. Here at Uncle Monty's, they have integrity, which honestly, and I know this is going to sound silly, I thought was pretty cool of him.
No, I think so too. No, it's very cool.
Was pretty cool.
Jimmy's really cool.
It's very cool of him.
Yeah.
He's unironically cool.
Yeah, Jimmy's great.
Jimmy's great.
Yeah.
He has principles and he's sticking to them. He's not going to serve. And Uncle Monty's meatball sub has 4 meatballs. He's not going to serve one with 2.
No.
But so he addresses the restaurant and he gives a speech about the importance of Uncle Monty's to him, to the community, and and he apologizes for the fact that they're running out of ingredients. They can't make any more sandwiches today. And I really like the resolution to this because he's inspired the crowd so much that there's this man who says like, look, I bought 20 sandwiches because I'm very cheap.
Yeah, there's a guy who's like, there's a guy in there who's like, hey, look, I got something to say. I only bought 10 sandwiches because I'm notoriously cheap.
I think it was literally 20.
It was 20.
20? Oh, 20 sandwiches.
Yeah, I was not exaggerating. He bought 20 sandwiches.
And he's like, but I can share. Who wants one of my sandwiches?
And the best part is that someone else offers up like half a sandwich because she was going to refrigerate the other half. And
the guy takes
the half.
I was gonna save this for lunch tomorrow, but who wants half a turkey pastrami sub? And he goes, oh, I'd like one.
Oh, I want that sandwich.
Yep. I just really like that the resolution is literally, well, I bought 20 sandwiches, but I guess I can share.
But we also have Lily making an appearance with her
grandfather,
with her employee, the butcher.
Lily and Pop show up.
Yeah,
and they have ingredients.
Yeah, they're like, we heard Jimmy was in trouble, so we came over as fast as we could. And it's like, you didn't seem like that earlier, Lily.
Yep. Also, J Money and DJ won.
They won. Yep. They're like, hey, we won our gaming competition off screen, and we have bread.
They're officially pro gamers.
They're pro gamers now.
Maybe their prize money went towards the bread. They're the bread winners, literally.
But
boo.
Boo,
Harrison, boo.
I mean, I guess it was right there. And I commend you for putting that together.
Thank you.
But
No, it's very good. However, I hate it.
Anyway, they've shown up to support Jimmy because they just care about him that much. And Jimmy says, wow, I feel like George Bailey in that movie where he has a wonderful life. And then someone enters and the little entry bell rings and he says, did you hear that? Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his sandwich. And then I think the episode ends. There might be one or two other lines that are said, but nothing else happens.
That's pretty much
well, no, J Money says he's going to take AP History.
Oh, yeah, J Money says he's going to take AP History.
And DJ's like, yay! I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't do the gruff voice when she said that.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot that happens, but that was the end of my notes.
That's the end of the episode, basically.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Sad Boy time, baby. Who's it gonna be? I feel like you gotta nominate the classic J Money.
J Money
and Jimmy. I feel like you gotta nominate Jimmy as well.
Yep. J Money
for all the shit he has to deal with.
Jimmy, all the shit Jimmy has to deal with.
Maybe DJ.
Maybe DJ. Yeah.
Those are really the only ones that I can think of.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Fernando for fucking up, but whatever. I mean, Steve also fucked up. He's not a sad boy.
Yeah, Fernando fucked up and left.
Yeah.
Yep. Fernando got the date wrong.
Didn't apologize.
Fernando got the date wrong on everything, then fucked off to Monte Carlo.
Yep. So DJ is super excited that J Money got into AP History, but he will not talk to her at all because he's too busy playing Rocket League. Steph and Kimmy suggest that she try to learn about one of his interests to connect to him. And she says, well, I have to shower every day, so that's not going to work.
That's so good.
And
damn.
Yep.
God damn it, J Money.
And instead they're like, no, play video games. and she's like, oh, I don't want to play video games, and then apparently becomes the best at Rocket League, like a savant at Rocket League.
Yeah.
She's just unnaturally good at Rocket League.
She encounters her son almost immediately playing Rocket League. Of all of the people who play Rocket League, she finds J Money immediately.
I think you brought up that maybe it's like a geography thing. Like, oh wow,
Yeah, I
someone
think-
is
Yeah,
playing Rocket
I have
League
a
10
no.
feet away
I
from
have a
me.
feeling it's a geography thing, but I bring that up more because I think it's funny if it is a geography thing that J Money apparently is like, wow, someone's playing 10 feet away from me. Better not look into that.
Oh, I think most online games typically put people who are closer together because it's like a better connection. But most games don't tell you like, hey, here's where your opponent lives.
No, I know. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm making a fucking joke, Zach. Can you at least give me that? Can I make a joke? I'm not trying to accurately represent Rocket League. This is a comedy podcast.
Okay, Mark.
It's a comedy
Make whatever jokes you
podcast
want.
grounded in realism. If there's one thing that we're known for, it's our realism.
It's our attention to detail and
Yes.
strict adherence to the laws of reality.
I know I get things wrong. You don't have to fucking throw it in my face all the time, is what I'm saying.
I think I've learned a valuable lesson today.
Yeah. Imagine like J Money just like swatted DJ. Like he's one of those hackers who like
And by the way, I'm
sends the SWAT team. Yeah.
pointing out I was the one who said it's probably a proximity thing. I just made it a joke about how J Money doesn't realize he's playing against his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny.
J Money would be the kind of person to send a SWAT team to his own house.
Yes.
Very true. DJ's immediate instinct is to start doing a silly voice. She continues to play with J Money because she's not going to break a promise. Doombuggy does not break promises.
No. Doombuggy's a reliable person.
Doombuggy would never, I don't know, lie about who they were.
No, never. Doombuggy is an honest, kind soul and a wise person.
Yeah, a very wise
So kind
person.
and wise.
Yep. DJ goes to the sandwich shop to get some help. And I really like, apparently her first instinct was not to tell J Money the truth. She seems to fully be going with the disguise plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, disguise is great. That's exactly what I needed. I will pretend to be either a 17-year-old boy or maybe a cowboy or an Orthodox Jew. And I'll go to the tournament and he won't see through the disguise at all. Kimmy has never had a disguise that worked. I just want to make that clear.
No, never.
Her disguises are
It
bad.
has never worked ever.
Yep. Yeah, she goes to the esports competition. They win. That's kind of it for DJ, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
She learns her lesson.
Jimmy has been trying to get a hold of a 10-year-old all day because they need their ingredients. Jimmy is fucked over by everybody he knows because Fernando got the date wrong and the opening is tomorrow, not next week. And nobody realized this, not Fernando, not Danny, who made it was Fernando who made the social media post as well. I think she calls him Papa, and maybe you heard Pop or something.
Yeah, I think I thought she said grandpa. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know
was
why. She
Papa.
must have said papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of screwed over by everybody he knows. Steve forgets that he put out a Groupon that is going to attract a ton of people, but also absolutely screw them over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick nominee, Steve. How do you forget that? I'm still stuck on this. How do you
Yeah.
forget? How do you
How do you
fully
forget?
forget
Yeah.
that you're setting it
doesn't
to
even
1972
apologize.
prices? It's like, oh, guys,
does
I
not.
forgot this happened. Anyway.
Steve's supposed to be the business mind here.
Yeah.
Supposed to be the brains behind the operation. And he's like, yeah, you really didn't see this coming, Steve?
Between Steve, Jimmy, and Fernando, I did not expect Jimmy to be the smartest one.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think anybody did.
He's surprisingly badass in this whole episode.
Oh,
he
he's
just-
great.
He
Yeah.
just continues to push
Jimmy
through.
is super cool.
He's a good sandwich shop owner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in the end, he's saved by friendship and camaraderie.
Hooray!
But he does not remember the line from It's a Wonderful Life, nor can he remember the title, apparently. It's that
That's
movie
not
about
good.
George Bailey who has a wonderful life. I forget what it's called. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets a sandwich. And that's kind of Jimmy.
I mean, I would rather have the sandwich than the wings.
Yeah.
Which would you guys rather have?
Wings.
The ability to fly or one really good sandwich.
The ability to fly would be very cool. I feel like wings would get really bulky. I don't know how I'd sleep at night.
That's true. Also, your first thought is, oh, this is gonna be so cool, but then nobody wants to talk with the guy who like has wings.
Yeah, who fully is part bird.
Yeah.
Wings would be cool. The other argument though is like I could have wings and go and get a sandwich.
That's true.
But not a
And I
free
wouldn't have to
sandwich,
spend
though.
money
You'd have
on
to spend
gas.
money on that sandwich.
You don't. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you don't have to spend money on gas to get to the
That is also true. It's a hard decision.
I think I'm gonna go with the wings. Actually, I said sandwich, but I'm gonna go with wings.
Maybe it's just because I had a sandwich like literally before we watched the episode. But yeah, maybe I'll go with wings as well.
You two are stupid. I'm going with the sandwich all day.
Okay.
All right, good for you, Zach.
Yeah, have fun flying while I eat this sandwich, nerds.
I'm just imagining we're like soaring gracefully through the air above Zach, and he's like, "Ha ha ha, losers!"
And I just take a big ass bite of a sandwich. Yep.
Yep.
I think I'll eat it now.
I'm gonna
Like, I think I'll.
look. I have a sandwich, and this baby isn't going away. I'm keeping this forever.
Gets all moldy.
I-
and it's like, well,
yeah.
what's
I like
happening?
display it in my house as like a trophy,
Yep.
and underneath it's like engraved what I got better than wings or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It just says
Better
better
than
than
angel
wings.
wings.
Anyway, J Money doesn't do a ton, but I think he has a very strong case, and I will tell you why.
Oh yeah.
Because, well, first off, he apparently has not been talking to his mother at all for like a month because he's too busy playing Rocket League. And then his mom starts playing. He immediately encounters her, and just doesn't recognize her, even though she's not doing a very good fake voice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh no.
also immediately, like a minute after meeting this person, is like, "Hey, Doom Buggy, do you want to play in this tournament with me? I have no other friends." You are my best friend now. I've known you for all of 30 seconds.
It's so sudden.
Yep.
I saw you play just a little bit, but you look pretty good. And he gets very close to his friend Doom Buggy, which again, this episode takes place over 2 days. It's
Oh, you're right.
because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, the sandwich opening is tomorrow.
Yeah, he like
It
fully
takes-
trusts this
Yeah,
random person he met on the internet in like less than 24 hours.
I don't trust my family, my mother, or anybody else in my family enough to share this, but I'm gonna share it with you, my friend Doom Buggy. And I get maybe like the anonymity of the internet is helping him there. It's a little more like talking to a wall or a mirror, but like, yeah, he fully trusts Doom Buggy. He's like, I wouldn't tell this to my mom, but I'm going to tell it to you.
Yeah, my new best friend.
And confides in his new best friend Doom Buggy, who he still does not recognize as his mother.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. They get into the finals for the tournament after a day, I guess.
Yeah.
Did the first scene take place like right in the How much time passed between
I know, that
them
was a
meeting
question I had.
and them
What was
getting
up with
into
this?
No
the
idea.
final,
Yeah. He
winning
literally-
the tournament?
Yeah, I have no idea. Like this all happens so fast.
It was like an afternoon.
Are
It
these
was-
plot lines all like taking place at over different spans of time?
Did you,
Because
yeah.
like we have the grand opening, which takes 1 day, And then we have this tournament arc, which takes place over
The
many
tournament
days.
No,
arc.
because
supposedly.
it's a tournament arc. This is the Fuller House
Yeah.
tournament arc.
Yeah.
It is.
The Fuller House off-screen tournament arc.
They go to the sandwich shop and they're like, first DJ comes and she says, I have to go to the tournament. And then later they come back and they're like, we won the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it took them like 12 hours to go from not knowing each other to winning a live esports competition.
Yep.
It's fully in an arena.
Yeah.
This would make gaming news, actually.
Kid and his
A
mom win.
who has never played video games in her life teams up with her son, who she meets online, to win Rocket League.
It's mainly those two things of him not realizing he's playing with his mom, and two, him becoming best friends with this person that he just met online immediately. That's sort of J Money's case.
All right. Well, who are we voting for?
I think I have to vote for J Money. I think some of the others had more stuff that they were doing, but I don't think it was quite as sad.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to go against the mold here. I feel like I got to vote Jimmy on this one.
I was thinking about Jimmy, but I think he's just too cool to give Sad Boy.
That's fair.
I don't know. He was very much in the spirit of it because he was like suffering, but he took it so well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's funny that everybody screws him over and he just has to deal with this. But the only real pathetic thing he does, I think, is dealing solely with this 10-year-old girl for his ingredients. Otherwise, I think J Money, in terms of pure like patheticness, just what we're looking for, I think he has him beat.
Yeah, I think I'm giving it to J Money.
All right. I'll keep my vote for Jimmy because I think he at least deserves one vote.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
J
he
Money
does.
wins.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I did
So J Money extending his lead on the Sad Boy lead. Wait, I need to know, how many episodes do we have left? Can anybody touch him? How many episodes do we have
That's
left?
a good question.
We got
I think
1,
it's-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we've got like 13 more episodes.
Oh, really?
In theory,
Wow.
if someone
That's-
goes on a tear and becomes like the saddest boy for the rest of the series, they could catch up to him. But he is now 6 ahead of second place.
Okay, and there's no one like who.
No, we have
who's second place again?
Fernando.
Steph.
Fernando.
Fernando.
We have
Okay.
Steph is
Yeah, there's no way Fernando's gonna get six
is
more in a row.
This is a
Yeah.
long one.
like,
in theory, he can still be caught if someone were to go off. I don't think I don't think anybody who hasn't gotten a win yet can beat J Money. So that's like, who do we even have?
Maybe there's some new character we haven't seen the rest of the season. Maybe they're gonna introduce some new character the next episode who's going to win all of the next batch of episodes.
J Money's even sadder best friend.
or just a character comes back, like Coco returns in a triumphant
please.
way.
How many
just,
wins
like-
does J Money have?
13.
13. Yeah, so actually, if someone came in next episode and won all of them, they would only tie with
They
J
would tie
Money.
J Money.
You're right.
They would tie him.
Yep.
What a revelation! Wow.
Anyway, I think that's it.
we should probably wrap it up.
I was
here.
never expecting anybody to run away with it this much, but I'm
We
happy.
had this was quite an episode, guys. It's the end of an era. Next time we are going in blind for the first time. Please
Uncharted
join us for
waters.
that. Yeah. So until next time. Thank you for listening. If you want to find us on social media, go to Fullest House Pod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And till then, I've been Harrison Bloom.
I'm Zach Horowitz.
And I'm Mark Greene.
And may your houses be fuller. And oh, is that a bell? You know what that means.
Hot dog, a chicken parm, my favorite. Ooh boy, I love sandwiches. Guys, do angels sound like Mickey Mouse? Do angels sound like bad
Apparently
Mickey Mouse
so.
impressions?
I guess they do now, yeah.
Who knew?
That's weird.
Is Mickey Mouse an angel?
In my heart, he is.
Of course, it all makes sense.
In our
That
hearts.
little angel.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.